The hearing on Bilkis Bano's petition against remission to her tormentors is currently underway at the top court. Justice Nagaratna, in fact, is reading out the verdict. And we are getting you the latest that we are picking up. A woman deserves respect too, says the Supreme Court. Victims' rights also important. We have Harish, Priyank and Arunil joining us. Let's first go across to Harish, our legal editor. Harish, court says Maharashtra, not Gujarat state to decide on remission. Okay, I believe we are still trying to connect with Harish. We also have Bhavtosh on the broadcast. So Bhavtosh, Priyank and Arunil are with us. This is what the judge has said. Justice Nagaratna says here the trial was transferred to state of Maharashtra from Gujarat. There may be various reasons for the transfer of trial as done in this case. But what is certain is that transfer of trial would be a relevant consideration for deciding which government is apt to pass remission orders. Let me see if I can take that across to Bhavtosh. And Bhavtosh, if you can hear me, the court says as far as the order of giving remission is concerned, Maharashtra is the competent state and not Gujarat.
Yes, Swati, in fact, that's a very important observation that has been made by the judges, and this is while they are dictating the order, because it was Gujarat government as well as centre that had said that this is not the rarest of rare case and remission should be given. So the court has said that it should be the Maharashtra government that should have decided while the remission was being given, because the sentencing was done in Maharashtra and the trial was transferred from Gujarat, while the reasons can be argued as to why the trial was transferred from Gujarat to Maharashtra, because the SIT that probed the right cases felt that that there was not adequate security for the witnesses and also for the victim. Importantly, the court also has now said that CBI court had initially given a negative opinion. Remember, Bilkis Bano was brutally gang raped, and also her 7 members of family, including her 3-year-old daughter, was also killed during the Gujarat riots, and all the convicts had been given life imprisonment. And subsequently, last August, all the 11 accused were in fact given a remission by the Gujarat government, and then the Gujarat government had told the Supreme Court that this is not the rarest of rare case and they should be given a chance to reform themselves. The accused in this case said that they also should be given a chance of reform. There were several PILs filed, and also Bilkis Bano also approached the Apex Court here in New Delhi. She said that not only they were given remission, but also they were out on furlough and parole for a very long time, at least for 5 to 6 years if you take it cumulatively. And that was what many people had said, that while they were given life imprisonment, they were out and open for a very long time. It was also a very crude display that was done once they were out of prison. They were garlanded, and they were in fact welcomed by a large section of people who in fact supported them. It was this utter disregard that was put out in open.
Absolutely.
That in fact shocked everyone in the country, and then the matter was taken up here in the Supreme Court.
Right. What you just said, Bhavtosh, in fact, is the big update that is coming in from the top court on the appropriate government. And in this case, Justice Nagaratna says here the appropriate government means that the government under whose jurisdiction the sentence order has been passed and the accused were convicted. Let me go across to Priyank on that. And in that case, the appropriate government is Maharashtra and not Gujarat. Gujarat not competent to pass remission. That's what the court is saying. So that so far in the entire verdict that is being read out is a very, very crucial aspect.
Yes, certainly, Swati, and the breaking input which we are getting from our colleague Harish Nair, who has been continuously sending us the update regarding the dictation which is being said by the 2 judges bench here in the Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court has said that we set aside Gujarat government decision to granting the remission, which means that certainly the order is not going to come up in the favor of the accused, because from the initial point of view, since the time the dictation started, where the judges actually started dictating about the kind of crime which has happened against women, whether in this kind of case remission should be given.
As we speak, Priyank, as we speak, big update coming in from the court. The Supreme Court says we set aside Gujarat government decision granting remission. Bhavtosh, that's a big update coming in.
Well, in fact, that's a very huge development that has happened. Remember, they were given life imprisonment, and the remission that was given to them that has led to them coming out in open, as our legal editor has said, that the remission has now been set aside. We set aside Gujarat government decision granting remission. Swati, as we all know, it was this decision of Gujarat government that was in fact had shocked everyone in the country. Once they were out from prison, they were garlanded. They were in fact virtually welcomed by a section of people who in fact just went ahead and justified the action. And also the Gujarat government also said that this is not the rarest of rare case. This actually is rarest of rare case, primarily because of the manner in which this macabre, brutal crime happened.
Right.
Bilkis Bano's 7 family members were brutally killed, including a 3-year-old daughter. And she, in fact, approached the Supreme Court. The Gujarat government, in a very callous manner, said that this is not a rarest of rare case. If this is not the rarest of rare case, the Supreme Court said, which is the rarest of rare case? The Gujarat government and also the centre then said that they should be given a chance to reform. Bilkis Bano lawyers then said that the accused in this case, the 11 convicts in this case, were out on parole for a period of over 4 to 5 years, and they were also out on a furlough, to which the Gujarat government could not explain. Bilkis Bano and her family members were killed during the Gujarat riots, and all those facts were put out in open by Bilkis Bano and her lawyer. There were a slew of petitions that were filed. The Supreme Court, which has now just dictated the order,
Right.
has also said that those petitions and PILs can be set aside, primarily because Bilkis Bano herself have approached the Supreme Court, and one has to wait and see what would be the reaction of Bilkis Bano, who over a period of time had fought this case very
Of course, Bilkis Bano and her family members, how would they respond? We'll keep tracking that as well. Let me quickly bring in Priyank before we go across to Arunil for the live reactions. Priyank, so the remission order has been set aside by the Supreme Court. It's a big setback for the convicts.
Yes, it's a big setback, Swati, because from the initial point of view, the Supreme Court was talking about the legality, the maintainability of this particular petition. But since Bilkis Bano was also one of the petitioners, that's why the order has been pronounced. And what we can sense after, going by whatever Bhavtosh is saying, which we have got to know from our senior colleague Harish, that now the trial will, happen in the Maharashtra, in the state of Maharashtra, because the Maharashtra state was competent to grant remission, because that was a location where the CBI court had pronounced the order. Since the accused were arrested in the Gujarat 2002 case, the court has also set aside the Gujarat government's order of the remission. So it's a major, breakthrough which has happened in this case, where the victim's family will be certainly very much happy, and all those petitioners, because we were talking about the crime against women, which was also spoken about the court, that whether in these kind of cases, whether remission should be given or not. So now the order which has come out from the Gujarat court has been set aside. Gujarat government,
Priyank and Bhavtosh, stay on with us. We're also joined by lawyer Devshratan Nigam. Sir, I'll come to you in a while. Let me quickly go across to Arunil, who's joined by family members of Bilkis Bano. It's a big setback for the convicts. Remission order has been set aside by the top court. Arunil, over to you.
Well, certainly, yes, Swati, it is a setback for the Gujarat government as well. The Supreme Court basically casting a doubt on the competence of the Gujarat government, basically saying that it is Maharashtra government which should be basically deciding on the remission. At present, I'm in Devgat Baria. This is the village where Bilkis Bano basically stayed for a year. This is the house where she stayed. With me are her family members, her brother as well. कैसे देखते हो आप? एक तरह से जो कॉन्विक्ट्स को छोड़ा गया था, उनको अभी धक्का दिया है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने, ये बोलते हुए कि जो उनको छोड़ा गया था वो सही नहीं था गुजरात गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, ये महाराष्ट्र सरकार करना चाहिए, क्योंकि वहां पर ट्रायल हुआ था और वहां पे उनको सेंटेंस किया गया था. बहुत ही लीगल टेक्निकलिटीज है, बट ये थोड़ा सा होप आपको ज्यादा मिलता है, बिल्किस बानो को ज्यादा मिलता है इस ऑर्डर से, कोर्ट से जो ऑर्डर आया, इसको कैसे देखते हो आप?
ये 15 अगस्त को जो गुजरात गवर्नमेंट ने छोड़ा है वो गलत छोड़ा है, और उसके बाद में हम लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट पहुंचे, और सुप्रीम कोर्ट से हमें उम्मीद है कि हमें न्याय मिलेगा. और जिस तरह से उन्होंने गुजरात गवर्नमेंट ने मतलब फैसला लिया था वो गलत था, क्योंकि ट्रायल पूरा चला है बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट के अंदर, और वो भी डिसाइड करना नहीं करना वो उनका विषय था.
और जिस तरीके से जो 11 कॉन्विक्ट्स वो बाहर आते थे पैरोल पे या फिर जब भी उनको छोड़ा भी गया तो एक सेलिब्रेशन किया गया, उनको हार पहनाया गया, उसको आप कैसे देखते हो? क्योंकि जिस तरीके से जो इंसिडेंट हुआ था राइट्स के टाइम पे वो बहुत ही भयानक होगा आपके लिए, जब भी आपने देखा कि वो 11 कॉन्विक्ट्स को हार पहनाया जा रहा है, क्या आप कैसा देखते हो आप उसको?
बहुत ही गलत है, बहुत ही शर्मनाक चीज है कि जो लोग जिन्होंने मतलब रेप और उसके साथ मर्डर किया है और उन लोगों को अगर ये लोग अगर उनको मालाएं पहनाते और उनको डीजे लाते फटाके फोड़े जाते तो एक तरह की ये लोग को खुशियां मना रहे और ये गलत है। तो ये क्या है कि पूरे समाज के ऊपर उसका इफेक्ट पड़ेगा और हम नहीं चाहते कि मतलब बिल्किस के साथ जो हादसा हो अगर वो किसी के साथ हो, और हमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट से उम्मीद है और हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि हमें न्याय मिलेगा।
बिल्किस जी से बात होती है क्योंकि वो अभी यहाँ पर देवगढ़ बारिया में तो नहीं है, कितना आशाएं उनको थी कोर्ट की तरफ से, क्या वो कहते, क्या आपको वो क्या कहती थी?
जी हमें न्याय मिलेगा, सुप्रीम कोर्ट से हमें न्याय मिलेगा।
So this is what the family members are also basically saying. My video journalist Vinayak Vengulekar is showing us visuals of the residence of Bilkis Bano as well. She is not staying here at present at her residence because of security reasons. The family members are also saying that the decision that was made on August 15, it was completely wrong, and the convicts, the way they behaved, if the Gujarat government is saying that their behavior was proper and good and that's why the remission was granted, Bilkis Banu's petition basically mentioned about the fact that there was no remorse amongst them as well. They were in fact celebrated after they were released from the jail. This decision from the Supreme Court, the apex court, certainly can be seen as a setback for the convicts and also the Gujarat government, because its competence has been questioned by the Supreme Court, and the ball basically has been put in the court of the Maharashtra government, where the trial was done, as well as the Bombay High Court had pronounced the verdict in this case. आपसे अगर बात करेंगे कि कितना लाइफ आपका चेंज हुआ है वो राइट्स के बाद, आप लोग जब भी वहां पर रहते थे, अभी आपको यहाँ पर शिफ्ट किया गया है देवगढ़ बारिया में, कितना लाइफ आपका चेंज हुआ है, कितना लाइफ बिल्किस बानू का चेंज हुआ है?
पूरी लाइफ बर्बाद हो गई, जीने का कोई मकसद ही नहीं बचा। इसलिए मतलब हम अपने गांव में थे तो बहुत ही सुखी थे और हमारी गलती है कि हम लोग मुसलमान हैं। तो हम लोग जो पहले वहाँ पर रहते थे बहुत अच्छी तरीके से, यहाँ आने के बाद में तो कैसे जीना है वो हमें पता ही नहीं चल रहा है और हमारे बच्चों का और कोई फ्यूचर के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है हमें, ना कोई हमको कोई सुविधाएं मिली है।
अभी क्या जिस तरीके से आशा दी है कोर्ट ने आप लोगों को, और आपको ये पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस है कि आपको जस्टिस इसमें मिलेगा, बिल्किस बानू को, आपकी बहन को जस्टिस मिलेगा?
जी जी, सुप्रीम कोर्ट से हमें बहुत ही उम्मीद है और हम दिल से सलाम करते हैं उनको कि हमें न्याय मिलेगा।
Swati will